Today, we're going to talk about a really crucial skill, how to find your center when those difficult emotions show up and try to pull you off balance. Let's dive right in.
You know that feeling, right? That moment when something like anxiety or frustration or even sadness just feels like it's completely in the driver's seat and it's all you can think about.
But what if you could change that relationship? Well, you can. We're about to walk through 3 simple keys that'll help you acknowledge those feelings, get a little space from them, and then respond with a much clearer mind. Okay, so our journey starts with the first key, and it's simple. Just acknowledge it. You know, our first instinct is often to push those tough feelings away, right? It's this thing called emotional avoidance. But the thing is, that just makes it stick around longer. So the most powerful first step is to just notice what's there, no judgment.
This is basically emotional processing. All it means is you're observing a feeling for what it is without piling on a bunch of stories or judgments about it. You're not trying to fix it, you're not trying to change it, you're just letting it be.
Now for our second key, which is all about creating just a little bit of breathing room. This helps with what some psychologists call emotional fusion. That feeling of being totally swallowed up by an emotion, where you can't even tell where you end and the feeling begins. And check this out. This is such a small but powerful shift in how you talk to yourself. Instead of saying, I am anxious, try noticing, I have a feeling of anxiety. Can you feel the difference? One is who you are, the other is just something you're experiencing.
So let this one really sink in. You have the feeling, you are not the feeling. Just this tiny mental shift creates enough distance to start seeing things a whole lot more clearly.
And that brings us right to our third key, learning to respond instead of just reacting. See, when we create that little bit of space, we give our brain a chance to shift gears. We move away from those primal, knee-jerk reactions and turn on the thoughtful, problem-solving part of our brain. It's what allows us to make calm, clear-headed decisions. And this isn't just in your head, your body feels it too. This whole process helps your body shift out of that high-alert alarm state. You might even notice your shoulders drop a bit, or your breath getting a little slower.
Okay, so that's the theory, but what can you do right now? Let's try a super practical tool called grounding. Think of it like dropping an anchor for your mind, holding you steady when you feel like you're in an emotional storm.
Let's actually do it together. Wherever you are, just take a second. First, just notice the feeling of your feet on the floor. Good. Now, silently in your head, name 3 things you can see around you. And finally, just take one slow, deep breath. In and out. That's it. That's a moment of grounding.
All right, so let's recap real quick. First, you acknowledge the feeling without judging it. Just ask yourself, hey, what am I feeling right now?
Second, we create that space. We separate from it. Remember that game-changing shift. You have feelings, but you are not your feelings.
And third, with that new space, you get to choose how to respond thoughtfully instead of just reacting on impulse. This is where you really take your power back. Look, this isn't about getting rid of difficult feelings for good. It's about changing your relationship with them. And it's a skill. It gets stronger every single time you use it. So what do you say? Ready to build your practice?